Call this regular meeting of City Council to order December 1st, 2020 here at the Stafford County Annex. I have two 10-minute executive sessions, non-elected personnel for additions to the agenda.
Just one, please.
Just one? Do you want it to 10 minutes? Okay, one executive session. Non-elected personnel for 10 minutes. Are there any other additions to the agenda?
I'll take the other 10-minute one there.
That is for you.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. Okay, all right. Are there any other additions to the agenda? I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Okay. Are there any citizens' comments this evening? Okay. Moving on to a consent agenda. Approved minutes, regular council meeting, November 17th, 2020.
So moved.
It has to be as amended.
Excuse me, yes, that's right, as amended.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Motion approved. Appropriation ordinance 12-1-2020 in the amount of $98,502.05 and petty cash in the amount of $388.35.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion carries. All right, going on to department heads. Electrical department, Jeff.
I really don't have anything. We're still working on our project out there, but we've had some other things too, Christmas lighting, helping the water department on some stuff and some of that, so.
Okay.
Guys taking vacation, trying to get stuff burned by the end of the year, so I mean, we're just doing,
Excellent.
we're not lacking for something to do, we're just doing. So I think it was in the appropriations that we did get the original compressor that we had back. And we're still hunting some parts because we robbed the motor and stuff off of the other one. I picked the motor up and I'm waiting on a shiv to the same size as the other one, so it'll run the same speed as the other one does, which will make them almost identical. So, you know, we're working on it on the cold mornings and then as it warms up while we're getting outside, but everything's fine, you know, we're just going, so.
Good. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns for Jeff?
Need to approve the
Yeah, we need to
estimate.
approve his invoice.
Yep.
And this is already done, this was the
Yes,
original.
that was the original compressor we had rebuilt. I didn't know whether it was on there or not, I apologize.
Make a motion to approve the invoice from S&S Equipment Company in the amount of $2,892.51.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the table. Any more discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
The only other thing I really have, and I think all of you probably got a copy of it today, of an email that I got from Caterpillar.
Yes.
I think it's a good start. We'll wait and see what happens with Mid-States to finish that piece of pie out and see where it comes out. So anyway, I hope I have something, you know, I talked to the electrical engineer this morning. I told him I'd really like to have something so we could do some discussing before the end of the year.
Okay.
So hopefully in the next week or so, I'll get the rest of that filled out and we'll kind of know where we're at. So anyway, I'll let you know and send it to you as soon as I get it.
All right. Thank you. All right, moving on. Water department, Jason.
Oh, just getting a few odds and ends done, meter setter here and there, and then thinking about starting some meter exercising here in the next week or two.
Valve
Or valve exercising. And then as far as the streets, we have seen some potholes popping up. We're going to try to get those taken care of.
Okay, good. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns for Jason? Okay, moving on. Okay, Jason again, street and park department, got anything from that?
I'm just filling potholes and stuff.
Potholes?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding
Scrape up the new high loader.
Put together mostly, so it's finished in the morning.
Walk on that wood there.
Unless there are any more questions, comments, or concerns regarding street and park department, we'll move on to police chief.
Same thing, we're just kind of finishing up year-end stuff. Sergeant Perez is working on she's completed a slideshow for the school. We just haven't done it yet, trying to get in there with COVID. We just don't want to push the issue, but working on a program for child sex crimes. We've had an uptick of that we've been working. I think we're up to 5 cases. So we just kind of been slammed with those, but talking across the board, other agencies, a lot of them are having that. So same problem, KBI is working a lot of them. So just working on that and trying to finish up stuff for the end of the year. And I think everything else is going well for the year. I think we had a good, successful year.
Good. All right. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns for Chief Adams? Okay, moving on. Fire Chief, Chief Sanders.
I don't know anything.
You always make it so easy. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns for Chief Sanders? All right, moving on. Okay, Jamie, you're up to bat.
With your permission, we're still going to continue Christmas around the square scheduled for the 13th from 4 to 7. Everything's going to be planned outside, social distancing. Masks will be it's up to them. It's up to everyone to keep themselves safe. So, we're going to do what we can to keep everyone social distance, but we really feel like we need to have something and continue on, or else we're never going to be able to begin again.
Yeah.
And this year we talked about adding a lighted Christmas parade just to have another activity, but you can still stay within your groups and away from everyone. So
Right.
we're going to attempt that, and anyone that wants to have an entry could put some lights on some semis or some tractors or something. So, bucket trucks.
She was talking.
Tire trucks,
Tire trucks.
rollbacks,
Roll back.
yeah, wreckers,
So, yeah, that's all I have.
Suburbans.
Builder out. We're touching on end of the year stuff too, so we'll be booking along here soon.
Okay, excellent. And what was the date on that whole deal with the Christmas Run Square and the parade?
December 13th.
Thank you. Okay, anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns for Jamie? Okay, moving on. City Attorney, John.
I guess just an update on municipal court. The judge was quarantined last month, so we had to cancel November municipal court, so we're going to be a little backed up a couple weeks, so. But that's happened before, so.
Okay. All right, anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns for John? Okay, moving on. Old business. I'm assuming we need to discuss the property code violations, Jamie?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's the first one we need to. So 112 South Monroe, the update for that is basically I've been in contact with someone that's interested in purchasing it. I haven't been able to still get the owner of that property served. But I have communicated with this person who talks to him regularly and his daughter, so I'm continuing that.
Okay.
206 West First, 209 West First, both of those have a little bit of property in them. The one, I'm still having a hard time getting a hold of any company that's claiming to even have any interest in this house. And then the 206, the guy lives here, so if anything, I'll just reach out to him and remind him that he needs to get his stuff taken out, or we'll be removing it for them.
Okay.
401 East 4th, there's just a few things in there, and then it can be tore down. 528 East 1st, Danny's here to talk the garages down.
Yeah, everything that you guys needed done for this one for now is done.
Yeah.
I mean, the roof will be in the spring sometime. But like the garage is tore down, picked up, all the landscaping's been done. I mean, the whole, I covered the hole that you guys asked. I mean, I don't,
Yeah, it looks a, I mean.
I've
you
been
guys
clean,
probably-
I mean, I've cleaned it all
Yeah.
over that place. I've been working on the inside too, so. But I mean, everything that you guys asked to be done up to this point, I believe is done.
Okay.
Looks better.
Thanks.
As far as that is concerned, Jamie, with this gentleman, he's doing what, he's holding his end of the bargain up. Do we just want to, do we need to do any extension or
That's
anything? Or just,
completely up to council if they want to see it, if they want to keep it on until, it's livable and utilities are on, that's council's decision. It's,
what do you think, council? This gentleman has come here and he's keeping up with his end of the bargain. Do you think that we go ahead and just keep it on there until it's passable?
I'm not opposed. I'm totally pleased. Had several comments. It looks nice, looks a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
Getting the garage down.
I'd be fine with just taking it off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, it's a lot better than it was, and if he's gonna do it, I mean, if not, we'll just go down the road again in the future. So. I'd be
Yeah, I'm
fine.
gonna keep working on it.
As time permits and the weather.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, I mean, even the utilities are, I mean, probably could be turned on, but there's still things that I wanna do before I get all that, like the water, I mean, that could be turned on, I took care of that already, but I'm not gonna turn it on until I have heat in there. And the heat, really, I just wanna clean out the existing furnace and the ductwork in there. I mean, there's about dust and dirt in there, so I've got to do that. But really, everything, even the utilities, I mean, could be turned on, but I don't want to rush it. I mean,
So
Yeah,
council is okay with,
I'm fine.
everyone's okay with taking that off?
Yeah.
Okay, John, do we need a motion for that, or just go ahead and take it off?
Yeah, and I'll, Jamie, for some language in the minutes. So if you guys want to, somebody want to make a motion to go ahead and remove 528 East First.
I'd make a motion to remove 528 East First off the property code violation list.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the table. Any more discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
640.
Very good, John.
Oh, sorry. 647 is Beitler's. Jason was in Arkansas today when I called him, so I just told him that I would talk to you guys about their progress there. He said everything is done and out of the garage, but Dennis is still working on the house. So they have got the garage cleaned out and all of that, but they picked up the dumpster, I think he said last week, and I think they're gonna get another one. So they have been working on it, but that's the update for that one. Do you want me to just leave it as is and have him, like, do you want to have another check back date? Or how would you like to do that?
Let's have an update on it first of the year.
First of the year? Okay.
He said he was gonna get the garage down if they could get it emptied, so maybe that's the next step.
Right.
651 East 5th and 808 North Exchange, I'm still working on trying to get those donated. The 5th Street, I need to call and ask again. He kept saying they had COVID and then he'd come when they got done, and it's been more than 14 days, so I'll continue to try to get that one taken care of. 808 North Exchange, I'm worried about. He wanted to split up the lot. There are 5 different lots in that parcel right there. They're 40 feet lots. The house would take up 3 of them and would leave him with an 80-foot area to the north and south. I didn't measure the east and west. But now his phone has been off for 2 days that I've tried to call him too, so I'm just a little bit nervous that he might just be MIA now too. So I'll continue to try to find him, and if not, we can move forward a different direction, but.
The only thing I'm gonna say, I think on those 2 properties, the East 5th and that one on North Exchange, I think we need to just add them to the list to have them tore down
Yeah.
and quit messing with them.
Okay.
I know the one on East Fifth has been calling around people trying to sell that property.
Yeah, I had a conversation with someone in the grocery store one day. So,
They either don't want to give it to us or they don't want to clean it up. So I
Right.
think we just need to tear it down and forget about wasting our time.
okay.
The North Exchange stories haven't been consistent on what he
That's why I said I think we just need to tear them down and assess it to the property.
It's a new idea every time.
Splitting up a lot like that's not okay. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do anything on that small of a lot next to that, so.
I think you just push ahead and vote on it.
Yep, I think we just put that in for cleanup.
They've already, the time has already passed.
Yeah, we already voted to have them either torn down or donated.
Right.
I'm just saying, I think we need to quit wasting our time on the donation side of it.
I mean, if councils, are we in the position to tear down? Do we have volunteers and stuff?
I have been working on that. We have to work on getting the personal property out first. So I just need to I went and checked all the houses. I just need to coordinate a dumpster or one of the dump trucks, and we can get in there. Some of the houses don't, like I said, don't have a ton. It wouldn't take very long at all, but I haven't been inside of the Fifth Street house. They say that there's stuff in it. Toots house has too much stuff in it.
Which one would be closest to Randy, do you think?
4th Street. I'll go over there on my personal time and donate my time. I don't have a dump truck, but I'll use my own truck too.
But has there been anything on the record to reflect that sufficient time has been given and then council's made a motion to allow the volunteer group to proceed to tear down, remove personal property and tear down the house? Have we done that yet?
I don't think so.
I think we're gonna have to pay to have them tore down.
Either way, I mean, you can just leave it to city staff to coordinate that, but I think it just needs to be in the minutes that,
I think that the volunteer group might be a little bit backed up, so I'm just really waiting on them to get freed up a little bit more.
but for example, on the 4th Street, you're talking about 401 East 4th?
Mhm.
If council's ready, council's fed up, why don't we just make a motion to allow city staff to proceed as city staff has time to coordinate for removal of the offending structures? I'm sorry, it's been several months out.
I thought we did that.
Yeah,
Because
we
we
made a
sent out
motion
that,
to go ahead and have them tore down.
we sent out
All right.
that letter.
Okay.
I think
Yeah. I guess the only two, well, we done it on the other two, yeah.
Correct.
There were 6 of them that we made the motion to have them tore down and cleaned up.
Okay, never mind. I'll watch it across here.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we're good to go. I just need to get with all of the volunteers, I guess. I know some of them are busy, but I'm sure we can start moving forward. And then 808 North Broadway, Moore's are here to talk about theirs.
Well, we've been working on it, but, we start April 1st, started in April, and it took us almost until in June to get a dumpster over there. I mean, every time I called up, we'll be there. And finally got there, then we got quite a bit of stuff in that house yet. She needs to go through there, but it's too hot. It's got too hot for her. So I was hoping we'd get things done, and I'm working, I get 1 day a week off, and I've been mowing grass and everything else all summer, trying to do that. And hopefully she will get over there and get stuff done, because I'm like you, I want to get it torn down. I just want a nice green yard there for a while. That's all I want. And that's what my goal is come over and mow the yard and sit there and watch people go up and down Broadway. I mean, but it'll take a little while, but we're going to get there. It's not.
We got to get en route to empty the
dumpster.
I'm gonna interrupt on that note because I called today, and you have to call when that dumpster is full. You have to call. Like, they're not just gonna pick it up when it's full.
And then when I talked to him before, he goes, well, you don't have enough in there. Well, they're watching it when you drive by.
Yeah, they're watching it, but it costs you money each time they pick it up, and they're not gonna pick it up if you don't call to tell them that you want it picked up.
Well, we're paying a monthly fee too, but I mean, but yeah.
It's not a monthly fee, it's a pickup dumpster.
Well, we're paying a monthly fee because we're not getting enough for him right now, 'cause that's, but we're paying too. But, no, when I talked to him, he says, well, you don't have enough in there yet. Well, it's up to the top. I mean, what more do you want? But we can call him. I mean, if that's what it
I
takes.
talked to him today, he said he hadn't heard from you guys for 4 or 5 weeks, so.
Well, that's what I say, yeah, no. I agree with you. But, you know, like I say, if I go in there and start throwing things out, I'll probably get in trouble, because how many here are married? Well, Jamie's got the pants on there, probably the most comfortable jeans she's got, and if Travis threw them out, oh, he'd never hear the end of it.
I throw stuff out all the time.
That's what I say, you know, but to me, I'd throw it out and I'd get in trouble. So if she can get busy here, hopefully in the next 2 months, we can probably get started with a lot of the other stuff, get the big stuff. But I think we can get it done.
And I did say if you want to get on more of a schedule, that they're here Mondays and Fridays and they can pick it up more often. But you'll just have to contact them. But if you're not calling, they're not gonna pick it up. Because it is the pickup,
Because Yeah, because he never told me that, I had to call in or anything, he just sat there, because every time I did talk to him, well, you don't have enough, you know, because they're going
I'm
by.
trying to save you money, because like I said, it's X amount each time it's picked up since it's a
Right.
clean out dumpster,
But
so.
I've been paying him a monthly bill too, because, you know, he can't have it sitting there, you know, because we weren't getting enough in there. So, yeah, I've been doing that all summer. Because I told him, send me a bill, whatever it costs for that dumpster month, you know, on top of that,
We've only got one bill,
so.
and then you paid it, and then we got the same bill again.
But we're working on it, I mean, I hopefully, like I say,
One of those bigger dumpsters so you can get more done at a time.
well, she's gotta get more done at a time, because I'm only home 1 day a week, and it's.
Well, when I talked to her, she said that she fills the container up too fast and then can't keep working.
Well, if we had a container in front of the house, it would help.
Well, we talked about that, I talked to him about that, so we can do it.
Talk with Unruh, see what you can get done with maybe perhaps getting a larger one, or maybe getting on a regular schedule to get
Get on a
him
regular, yeah.
to do that. When do you think you're going to possibly continue to work on this? I know that the winter months are coming up, so
We'll work on it all winter.
you work on it all winter, okay?
Yep.
Because I could put heat in there, it just I couldn't put air conditioning in there, I mean, I can get a
Understood.
propane heater in there to get.
Okay.
And hopefully she can be over here 2 or 3 times during the week, you know, doing a couple hours at a time, and we can get things done. I've been yelling at her since April, get over there and get something done. I will, you know.
All right, Ron. Okay, we'll go ahead, council, you feel okay with it, go ahead and leaving this on there since they are making a little bit of headway on this?
January 1 update with Byler's.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay. So we'll just need an update in January, you can talk with Jan,
Yeah,
she can
okay.
update council, that'll be fine. Okay, thank you, Ron. All right. Is there anything else on old business that we need to discuss this
Can I
evening?
take the old loader off? It's
Yep.
gone.
Have we heard any update on the old sewer machine?
No, I have not. I was hoping when they get my shiv, I'd maybe find out, because the same guy's getting my shiv, so let me see, I'll see what I can do next few days.
Okay,
And then I'll just say, like, real quick with the email I sent out, Jeff got half of the components for the engine at the power plant, so we're just waiting on everything for, the automation of it. So once we have all those numbers, I'll get with the bond people and we'll have everything as soon as we can.
okay. Do we have any new business that we need to discuss? Okay. We have an executive session on elected personnel for 10 minutes. Who needs to be in this besides council, chief?
Stop everybody here.
Everybody? Okay. I'd entertain a motion
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the table. Any more discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. We will resume at 7:26. Call this meeting back to order. Having to need a little bit more time, I'd entertain a motion for another 10-minute executive session continuation.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the table. All in favor? Motion carries. We will resume at 7:46. Call this meeting back to order. Having ended the discussion in regards to executive session, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the table. All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.